Good day, all my friends and family around the world. Today is a good day. It is day 21, which all South Africans know what day that is. It's shoulda, woulda, coulda been Freedom Day, but it's not. However, I am still going to go out later. First, we're going to start with our vegan curry. I'm going to get my lentils on to cook because they're going to take about 15-20 minutes. So I'm going to rinse it, boil it, and then we will come back and start the actual curry. I'm peeling some potatoes, and another useless piece of information for you is apparently if you use these peels like on the grey bits of your hair that are starting to peep through, it apparently gets rid of it. Try it. While the lentils are boiling, I'm just going to put some rice on as well. Nice brown rice. And then I'm just going to cook that while the lentils are finishing up. And then everything will be ready. What I'm going to do, for those of you who don't know what this is a Wonder Bag. I'm going to save my gas by putting my rice to finish cooking in the Wonder Bag. So it goes in just like that. I've got the large size. This goes on the top. And then I just close it up and leave it, and it will be great. Cooks it for you. You can do stews, you can do everything in here. Bring it to the boil. If you're going to do a stew, put it in for 8 hours, carries on cooking. It's magnificent. I'm just going to decontaminate my board. I have cleaned it, but we have to decontaminate it because, you know, people like Discovery Medical Aid are not particularly interested in the fact that we, the common people, are not able to pay all our bills at the moment. And so I'm going to try and preempt salmonella or anything like that by doing that. This is a very difficult time for everybody because we do not have the facility to be able to continue to pay all the bills that we are expected to pay during lockdown. In South Africa, we don't get any benefits whatsoever, no financial help whatsoever. So I'm having a little rant because I can, and because I think that people should know about it, and I don't want you to feel shame or embarrassment if you're in the same situation as me, because I don't. I have decided that my conscious decision is to make all my decisions based on love and not on fear. So it doesn't matter that all my debit orders are bounced and, you know, that my medical aid is bounced and so on. To hell with it. We are in a new time, a new era, shifting consciousness, and this is a time for living in love. So have faith. Right, so rant finished. Now on to the curry. Right, I'm going to put some of my coconut oil in here because this is a flavorless one, so that I can heat up my spices. This is my spice tin. In here I've got turmeric, I've got cinnamon, I've got coriander, I've got cumin, I've got garam masala, I've got a lovely Durban curry powder which I really like. And then this is kind of my own mixture of cardamom, chili, curry leaves, and a little bit of sumac actually. So I'm going to be using some of these to do my thing because I'm not doing it the way you possibly would be doing it. I'm doing it my way because it's flavorful and it works. Okay, so we have the oil in here. I'm going to put the onions. I have pre-prepared. I've got onions, I've got butternut, I've got carrots, I've got cabbage, I've got green beans, I've got red pepper. I have already blanched my own fresh cauliflower and broccoli and spinach, which I will be using. I've got garlic, I've got chickpeas, and I've got tinned tomatoes. I've got lentils over there, and that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to put in, I haven't got mustard seed unfortunately, but I'm going to put in my onions. And then I'm going to add my spice so that the spices can be a little bit cooked. The only spice that really you don't have to do that with is garam masala because it's roasted. So we're going to just get the onions on. And as they start cooking and becoming translucent, then I'm going to add my spices. I'm not going to give you exact quantities for spices. For baking, it's really important because that's a science, it's chemistry to have exact quantities. But while you are either an experienced cook or a complete novice like some of my friends are, you need to learn to experiment and to see what appeals to your own taste buds. So you'll see the quantities that I'm using, but for me, it's touchy-feely because I've been doing this for so many years. So sometimes I put in, an amount and I might add more. You'll be able to gauge whether it's like a spoon or 2 spoons or whatever, but you need to experiment with this stuff, and that's how you're going to learn and how you're going to develop your own skills as a cook. Right, so we're getting a nice little cook on the onions here. First thing I'm going to put in is my curry powder. So the Durban curry powder is usually much hotter. I'm going to put in 2 spoons of that. I'm running out of cumin, which is alarming because I use a lot of it. I'm going to put in some cumin. I'm going to put in some coriander. I'm going to put in a little bit of turmeric. I'm going to put in a little bit of my cardamom, chili and curry leaf mix. And then I'm going to add some garam masala a bit later. This is important to fry your spices because otherwise they have a raw flavor. And by frying them you release the oils and you release the flavors. And they don't have that horrible sort of uncooked dry spice flavor. And it also now it absorbs the oil that you've put in, which is going to help you with the nice sauce part of it. Okay, so have a look here. This is good. This has had a little fry for a couple of minutes. I'm going to add my chickpeas. And then I'm going to add my potatoes. Just to coat it in the nice spicy oil that's there. Now I'm going to add my garlic. Here I've got 4 cloves. Need to get a little bit of a fry on the garlic without it burning.
Okay,
Next to go in is my butternut and carrot. Now I've obviously put it in a pan that's not big enough, which is so rookie. Okay, tomato next. I had an Italian uncle who made sure that said all Italians always have to rinse out their tin tomato with a bit of water to get every little bit out. There you go. This is also going to deglaze the pan a little bit because of the spices that have now caramelized on the bottom with the onions and everything else and the garlic. Okay, I've added the lentils. Next I'm going to add some cabbage, some green beans. As you can see, a lot of these vegetables that I'm using are vegetables that I've used for other dishes. So what's good about this is that it's showing you, because we're in lockdown obviously, there's not a vast supply of fresh veg and so on. So this is I'm showing you different things that you can do with what you have in your fridge, you know. So you can see I've got an avid student here, Charlie, who's the most fabulous dog ever. This is vegetables, Charlie. You won't be interested in this, I can promise that. You'll get a nice treat later. Okay. Right, I'm going to add some salt. This is pink Himalayan salt. It's not sort of overly salty. A little bit of black pepper, which kicks in with the cumin. And you always need a bit of acid. So a bit of lemon, because I don't have tamarind. Okay, give this another stir. And I'm going to put some chili in, fresh chili, a bit later. I like the seeds as well. So that'll just add a different chili flavor. The dried chilies gives you one type of flavor, and then the fresh chili gives you the fresh chili flavor as well as the heat. The dried chilies are not so hot, but you get a different depth of flavor. So it's really nice to be able to use fresh and dried together. I'm going to add some garam masala now. And give it another stir. And I'm also going to add a bit of ginger, because I don't have any fresh ginger, as I've stated before, but I like a bit of ginger in there. Okay, now this can just simmer away for a while, which won't take too long because it's only veg, and then we will check it out. Just going to check the rice, which has been sitting in this Wonder bag. And it's brown rice, so brown rice takes a lot longer than white rice to cook. This is great. That's perfect. So I'm actually going to drain it and then just put it back in there to stay warm. Okay, so let's finalize this. Another tip. When you've discovered that your naan is completely cold, all that's left of it anyway, just leave it on the lid, and it gets a nice heat going on it. I'm going to quickly chuck it back under there. This is ready now, so I shall serve it up. Put some rice in the dish. So the coriander that I had the other day would have been perfect for this, but of course I had to use it up because it was nearly finished its lifespan. And here we have the curry. I mean, it's really healthy, vegan, delicious, very tasty. And this will go into the freezer for us, which is groovy. And there we have it. Nice sprinkling of fresh coriander if you have it. And then that's perfect. What? I told you I was going out. The veranda's out.